Good morning. Today I'm going to be extracting honey and bottling it, and I'm going to show you how I go about that process. So the first thing I need to do is decap the honeycomb from each frame. I'm going to do 3 frames at a time because that's as much as my extractor can do at any one time. So I'm going to start by using this tool and basically just going along the surface of the frame and just removing the cap. And just going to work our way through this process down each frame, both sides, and then we'll put it in the extractor. And that's what it is. That's the very good wax. It's a kind of more of a whiter wax. Makes great candles. This frame is just loaded with honey, fully capped. And I'm probably going to get about 4 pounds of honey, maybe 5 out of that super alone. It's just so thick and heavily laden with honey. And here we're putting the uncapped honey into the extractor. And this is the 3rd frame. So now we're ready to spin it down. And we're just going to repeat doing this for all the frames that I've got. We'll show you what it looks like after I extract these 3 frames. All right, we're going to put the cover on like that. Going to put some firm weight on this, and then we're just going to crank. I'm going to crank this for about 5 minutes, and then I'll take the frames out, reverse them, and do it again for another 5 minutes. All right, so now that I've spun this for about 5 minutes, I'm going to take each frame and rotate it in the rack so I can get the honey out from the other side. Put the lid back on, and we'll again spin it again for another about 5 minutes. Okay, now that we've spun it down, we'll take some frames out, and you can see here now that the comb is all empty of honey. What we'll do is we're just going to put these aside, and once I've emptied all the frames of honey, we'll actually put these back in the supers and put them back on the hives to allow the bees to continue to add more honey to the hive for the winter season. Here is a heavily laden frame of honey. All right, just continuing on, removing the cap from the top of the comb. Just kind of work our way from one side to the other, just lifting it up. And then just kind of scraping it off here on the side. This is going to make good candle wax here after we're done. Put this frame now into the extractor. And we get one more frame, we're ready to spin again. Okay, we have so much honey that I can't extract it out anymore or spin it anymore just because of the weight of the honey in the bottom of the extractor. So I'm going to drain some honey and put it through 2 levels of filters. And I'm just going to continue to let it drain out. It's going to go again through 2 levels of filters here, metal screen filters, and by the time it comes out it'll be crystal clear. So this is a 5-gallon bucket, and as you can see there, we're pretty full, and it doesn't end there. Still got more straining going on, going into this bowl, and then here's all the capped wax that came off all the frames, and there's quite a bit of honey in that, so I'm going to put that in this filter screen and just let it go overnight to let any additional honey kind of make it through the screen. And then tomorrow we'll bottle. But it looks like we have probably, again, 65, I'd say, to 70 pounds of honey going to come out of this. Okay, we're going to measure myself, and then I'm going to hold the honey. Looks like we're about 188. What do we got there? All right, so I came in at about 187, and we measured 254 pounds when I was holding the honey. So that puts us at 54 plus 13, 67 pounds. And I'm probably going to get another 2 or 3 pounds out of this material here. So looks like I'm going to come in right around 70 pounds as I thought. Okay, we're now going to bottle up some of this honey. Don't know if I'm going to get all of it done today, but we're going to start just because this bucket is so full and we have more to pour into it and I don't want to overflow it. All right, we're pouring our first jar of honey. Coming out crystal clean. And there we go. First honey of the season. Beautiful color. A nice orangey yellow color. Beautiful looking honey here. All right, so now I have to put the rest of the honey that's with this capped wax into the strainer and basically let it go overnight. And then by morning I'll be all set and ready to bottle the rest of this honey. As you can see, there's a lot of honey in this Tupperware container. And so now I'm just removing some of this comb to make room for some additional material. And here's some of the additional material. And you can see if I just keep it tilted like that, we're able to actually draw out more honey. And I'm going to put this in the sieve to get as much of the honey out of this residual comb as we can. And this is some really good looking honey. As you can see there, a nice amber color, nice viscosity, and it tastes fantastic. Now I'm filling up these 1 pound honey jars. So it's a wrap. We got 39 pints of honey plus an additional 12 1-pound bottles of honey. Again, total of about 70 pounds from 2 hives, 8 frame wide hives on the supers. There's still 2 supers on each, 1 super on each hive. I'll put the supers that I removed the honey from back on tomorrow, and the bees will have the entire rest of the summer and fall to build out on their needs for the winter. So this is just really amazing, since one of those hives was knocked over by a bear. Matter of fact, I actually found the bear in the hive, taking it all apart, was able to scare the bear away and go in and put the frames back into the boxes and stack the boxes all back up, and that hive produced equally as well as the other hive to yield this type of harvest for this season. Anyways, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified of my next video.